practicamos el pecado, que hay cosas que no se dicen, que la piel tú y yo jugando, baby, para.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. ELO here. So basically, I'm gonna be a short stream today, Q&A, answer some questions about live streaming. As I said before, I'm Dr. ELO, and now let's start with the intro and let's keep on going. All right, let's go. All right, guys. So let's see what questions you have in the chat or in the comment section. I can answer any questions about live streaming. And hey, Andy, how's it going, my friend? I got Andy. I got from Taconify. I got Sammy Superstar from his various channels, and I got also Divided by Sight. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. So let's start off what type of questions you guys have. This is a very chill stream. It's only based on whatever questions do you have, and we can go from there in reality. So let me see. So Sammy, now that I have a question for you, actually, you're using a G4, a G4. That's well, probably one of the first MacBooks that came out. And what are you using? Put in the comments what are you using to stream with that, other than website based like Restream or StreamYard. So you have a PowerBook G4. Wow, that's you're bringing that back. I think the Macs are really and you know they're with the M1 chip. Everybody's talking about them. I recently got one. I'm waiting. Obviously, I'm gonna get it from December 16th to December 23rd, something like that. So that's gonna be my Christmas gift, and I'm returning the one that I'm actually using right now. I'm returning it, and I should return it before December 5 because it's this thermal throttling every time I use this. I don't know if you can hear the fans in the background. I'm in my sister's home. I'm visiting for Thanksgiving, and it's definitely you can hear it. You can hear the fans. I don't know if the last stream you heard the fans well. So Taconify, all right, you got a question here. It says vMix or Ecamm. Right now, I'm using Ecamm, MacBook Pro 2020, not the M1 version. It has an i5 chip, and it works fairly well, but the fans go crazy, and it's because it gets hot. The chip gets super hot, and that's the reason why I'm returning this one, and I'm getting a new M1 like you did, which you probably yours is getting to your home first than mine. So around, as I said, the 16th to 23rd. Usually Apple gets your stuff before that date. I'm like, you know, praying so it gets here before, because I lose this MacBook Pro on the 5th, and I'll be without a laptop until the 13th to 26th. I don't know which date will come, so it'll be easier if I can get that back. Even though I do use vMix for my regular scheduled live streams. I don't know what to say about which one do I like better, because vMix has a lot of stuff that Ecamm does not have. It's more you can make more stuff with it, let's put it that way. But at the same time, Ecamm is really easy. It's really simple. You don't have to think about it. It's less of a headache, and it's really easy to figure out and to learn. And it's very friendly. Let's put it that way. vMix is not as friendly as Ecamm is. As you can tell, I'm traveling. I just did this with the camera. I'm using a Canon M50, which I can't use with vMix. I can only use through Ecamm because it has a what they call dirty HDMI. So it doesn't have a clean HDMI. So the focus is all over the place in my camera, but Ecamm takes that out of there. So that works. So for me, I rather use both. One for when I'm home, which is vMix, which I have a gaming computer and PC, and vMix is always only for PC, as well as Ecamm is only for when I'm traveling. I like to use Ecamm. I have a preference for Ecamm, obviously, when I'm traveling, because that's what I have, and I don't want to use. Not that I cannot use like a web based system like StreamYard or one of the other ones in there. But I believe that Ecamm is way better quality, and it's you get more stuff out of it than a web-based system. All right, Andy, thank you very much for that question. All right, and Sammy is using a PowerBook G4. People changed to the M1 and Sammy went retro, which is pretty badass. I like it. That you're going back to the basics, and that you still have that computer. That's pretty amazing. All right, so here's another question from Taconfa, right? So are you really team vMix or team Ecamm? I think I am most of the time, 75% of the time. Team vMix, and the other 25%, which I come here to my sister's home. That's the only place I come, thanks to this, to the situation, what's going on, which I won't mention. And I come down here because this is my pod, right? My group. I know what they're doing. I know that they're taking the precautions that I am. She's my sister. Their kids. We're all in the same spot. So I have a 6-year-old. She has a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they're cousins that grew up together since we were in Puerto Rico. So they're really close, and they demand basically every 2 weeks, like, hey, I want to see my cousin. So that's why I do it. But in reality, most of the time, Team vMix. When I'm on the road, Team Ecamm. Once everything goes back to normal, or whatever the new normal is, that I start traveling, that I used to travel a lot for work, across basically the country, I would probably be like 50-50. But for now, I'm more Team vMix than Team Ecamm. But I love both of them. I can't lie. I love both of them. All right, man. Thank you very much for the question, Tagonify, Andy. All right. Look. Oh, so Andy gets his M1 MacBook Pro on December 8th. Cross fingers, my friend. I hope you get it. I hope I get it earlier, but I can patiently wait. I guess it's for a better performance in a Mac that basically no other computer has right now, especially with the arrangement of the chip arrangement they have with the memory, unified memory, and everything else. That's just groundbreaking. All right, so Sammy says that a lot of reasons I have a lot of Macs. There's a lot of people in my family uses Macs. Yeah, it's your parents have a business, right? So I guess their business is based on Mac software. I guess they're more on the creative side. So that's probably so. You are a lucky gentleman that gets all the computers from your family, which is I wish I had. Right, I bought every single one of them. I am on the non-techie side of family, but I am the techie. I am the tech savvy in my family. All right. I'm curious, what was your first Mac? My first Mac was what comes after the G4, because I know I've had it for a while. I think it was or the G4 or after that, one of both. I can't remember, but I've had at least 9 Macs. 9 Macs, and I had one of the big ones. It was blue on the back part of it, blue and white. It was like a light blue. So yeah, I've had a lot of them. So, but I've always sold them. I've never kept them, which I'm I should have kept at least the oldest one, right? And yes, other than StreamYard, Restream is another one. And Restream I like. I like StreamYard. I like them both. Like if you don't have the capabilities, or you don't have the, or your computer doesn't have the capabilities of holding a software like Ecamm or vMix, you can go for other ones, and they're perfectly fine. They're really easy to use. I just like to use into software that I can make more changes in there, make the stream a little bit more me, because they don't use templates, or if there's a template that I want to use, I want to make the changes that I want to it, so I can, it can look like more like me, like my personal branding. All right, Taconify has best live streaming equipment purchase. Funny as it is, it's not the camera, it's not the lens. I think it's for me, the most important live streaming equipment purchase for me, it's your microphone. Because you can live stream with whatever you want. Camera wise, you can look like crap, but you can't sound like crap. So for me, a good microphone is the thing that you must have for live stream, because you can live stream from your phone, live stream from anything basically. Don't try to live stream from a Mac unless you have the new M1 without at least a 1080p camera, or a better camera, because they suck. They I don't know what it is, but they're 720. You have to light it so well, and you still don't look good. So it's for me, a good microphone kills everything else. Kills a camera. Good microphone. Plus, you can convert into a podcast, and people hear you on your road. So that's it for me. All right. What was your first live streaming purchase? Camera, man. Funny as it is. Before I found Live Streaming Pros, and I've heard and learned through them that the most important thing is a microphone, right? I already had a webcam, so I used that webcam for meetings and started doing little live streams, and so and my voice quality was crap. So I got a 720 camera. I don't even know the brand. It was like $10 or so. So that was my first buy. Funny as hell today, right? Using the $600 cameras and stuff. I do not, Sammy. I don't have a gaming laptop because I have a gaming desktop. I actually built my desktop for gaming. It has what is it? 1050 Ti. That's the graphics card it has. I have a B450 motherboard. It has 32 gigs of RAM. It has a Ryzen 7, third generation. It has what else? SSDs. I have like 4 of them in there. All of them are 512, so I got 2 terabytes. It's overclocked. I use it for gaming, obviously, right? And a great cooling case that's with RGB. So that's what I use. I don't have a gaming laptop, but in my home I do game, but I do game in a desktop. I don't like the bulkiness of gaming laptops. I can't hang around with a laptop that's thick. It's not really a laptop. It's like a, I don't know, mobile desktop. So I don't like them. I really don't. I can't take like an XPS or whatever gaming. I like my laptops thin. And I can just put them in my bag. I can't hold much weight with a bag. I have a bad back because of the military. I have a herniated disc and stuff, so I need to be as light as possible, and that's my reasoning for that. So and I love MacBooks as well. So, and I do some gaming in the MacBooks. It's not the same, I'll adjust when the M1 comes, when the M1 MacBook Pro comes in. Let's see what happens there, if I can actually play some games from my phone. Alright. See? Sammy's dad started using Macs in 1987. Sammy, I was 7 years old, man. And you're probably not even born yet. So you're 16 right now. You were born in 1994. So yeah. Wow. And yes, G5. That's probably the first one that I have that I can remember. So it was a desktop, it wasn't a laptop. So you have that Mac in your studio? Man, you should pop a picture and send it by text. I want to see it. That would be amazing. All right, and JV uses webcams? Really? He has a good quality, man. He probably got a one of them Brios or something. Logitech Brio. I have the Logitech Brio as well. I just have it at home. I forgot to bring it because that's my backup for whenever something happens. So they're plug and play. They're easy to use. They're 2080p, and that one is actually 4K. The colors are weird. I'm not gonna lie, especially with my colors, my skin color. It's weird on me. Like I've tried to tweak it and trying to make little improvements for it, but I've never got it to look like this camera right now, the Canon 50. I'm using the 22 millimeter lens, which that's what gives me the bokeh look in the background. Yeah, that blurry background, depth of field. And yes, I have been watching LSP for years, since Geek Beat, all the way back, since Cali Lewis and the whole shebangy bang. So yes, I've been watching them for years. All right, and do I have any more questions? Sammy, you have any more questions? I know Techonify must be late down in the east part of the world, in the UK. So I appreciate you coming here at least and providing some questions. I appreciate that. And Sammy, do you have any more questions, my friend, before I close the stream, I guess? And probably next